Whatever you do, don't dig in the sand after sunset. I learned that the hard way.
Last summer, me and my cousins went to this isolated beach. No bars, no music, no tourists. Just sand, water, and this unnerving silence that didn't feel peaceful. It felt watched. The locals warned us, don't stay there at night. The witch buries things she doesn't want found. We laughed. Young, stupid, bored. The perfect mix for a nightmare.
Around 11 p.m., we were still messing around by the shore when I noticed something strange. The sand was breathing. It rose and fell like something sleeping underneath. I joked, probably a crab, so I reached down and dug my hand in. And instead of a crab, my fingers brushed fabric. Thin, brittle, almost like dried skin.
The sand loosened around it, like it wanted me to take it out. It was a small pouch wrapped tightly in old red thread. Inside were a lock of hair, a cracked yellow tooth, and a tiny clay doll with its mouth sewn shut. The moment I touched it, the waves stopped. The wind stopped. Everything froze. And then a woman started humming behind us.
We spun around, and there she was. A woman standing by the water, hair dripping as if she'd crawled out of the ocean itself, skin pale and stretched tight, her fingers digging violently into the sand like she was searching for something lost. She lifted her head slowly, eyes black, mouth trembling, and whispered, "That belongs to me."
We ran, but the sand didn't feel normal. It clung to our feet, pulled at our ankles, dragged us like invisible hands were grabbing us from below. Behind us, she screamed, "Put it back!" Her voice cracked the air, echoing across the entire shoreline. And I swear, she wasn't running. She was gliding over the sand, barely touching the ground. We made it to the road, dove into the car, and peeled out of there like our lives depended on it. Because they did.
We didn't talk on the drive home. Not one word. Everyone was pale, shaking. But the weirdest thing, the pouch was still in my pocket. I never put it there. I swear I dropped it. When we got home, my cousin said, "Dude, throw it away, burn it." But something told me not to, because the thread was warm, like something inside was alive.
That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard it. Sk, sk. A scraping sound, like nails dragging across wood. I turned on my phone's flashlight and nearly screamed. Sand, wet sand, piled under my bedroom door.
My phone buzzed. A new file. A voice memo. I never recorded anything. The file name was 12:03 a.m. Shoreline. I pressed play. At first, only wind, then humming. The same humming from the beach. Then her voice whispered, "You took what I buried. Now I take something from you." The audio stopped, and I heard footsteps outside my window. Sloshing footsteps like someone walking through mud. The next day, my cousin Kyle didn't show up to breakfast. His mom thought he was sleeping, but when we checked his room, he wasn't there. His window was open, and on the floor was sand. A lot of sand. And a single sewn-mouthed doll, just like the one in the pouch, except this one had hair identical to Kyle's. We called the police. They searched the house, the street, the woods, nothing. It was like he vanished into the earth. That night, I went through the pouch again, desperate to figure out what was happening. The tooth, the doll, the hair. But this time, there was something new inside. A small scrap of paper. It had wet sand stuck to it, and written in shaky handwriting, "He should not have looked." My hands started shaking because Kyle was the one who told me to dig deeper when we saw the breathing sand.
We returned to the beach with flashlights and 2 barangay tanots. We explained everything. They didn't laugh. They didn't call us crazy. They just looked at each other and said, "She's awake again." One of them pointed to the sand, footprints, Kyle's slippers, leading down the shore, then disappearing completely, as if he walked straight into the ocean or was dragged.
The Tanods told us this story. Years ago, a woman in the barangay practiced dark rituals. She wasn't a healer, not a mamba barang, something older, something worse. She believed the ocean was alive and that the sand was the skin of something beneath it. She buried sacrifices for the deep one. People went missing. Children disappeared. Eventually, she was caught and buried alive in the sand she worshipped. But after sunset, she still walked, still searched, still buried things she didn't want found. And anyone who unearthed her offerings, she took in return. Later that week, I woke up to the sound of humming again, right outside my door. I grabbed my phone, turned on the camera, and peeked through the crack, and I froze. There was a line of wet sand leading into my house, and at the end of the hallway, a woman, standing completely still, her hair dripping, her eyes black, neck bent at an unnatural angle. She lifted her hand, and in her palm was Kyle's bracelet, the same one he wore every day. She whispered, "One more." The next morning, everything was gone. No sand, no humming, no woman. But on my doorstep was another pouch wrapped in red thread. Inside, a new doll, sewn mouth, same clay, same shape. But this one had hair that looked exactly like mine. So if you ever find yourself on a quiet beach after sunset and the sand starts to breathe, don't touch it, don't dig it, and whatever you do, don't listen to the humming. Follow for more nightmare fuel.